the season, and we are at Monza, and we are in qualifying. As you can see, it's a little bit damp. I'm not sure why I just showed Eric going into the pits. Definitely was not there. It is very damp out there. Definitely not the best conditions for this sort of session, but it looks like everything's starting to dry up, and I hope that most people are on the dry compound, as it would be a bit... What is going on? Why is Eric being teleported to the pits randomly on my screen? I didn't want that. Anyway, Snell Snacker up into P1 for a 154.8, and that is a pretty good lap time on the wet. Kind of damp. Samil, welcome back to the championship. He is up into P3 now, with David Dvorak taking provisional pole. That gets beaten by Thomas van der Stoes. Up into P1 he goes. Ivo van Kollenberg up into P4. He gets beaten by Michael de Groot, his teammate, it looks like. And both running the UPS Okrypos livery. And we'll see where Eric... Yeah, I have no clue why I can't spectate Eric properly. Has he completed a lap? No. Yeah, that is exactly what happens when I spectate Eric. It goes to Bradley Nielsen Vestergaard. I'm not really sure why. We could and rejoin. Not really sure why I would be doing that. But I guess sometimes the game likes to be the way it is. Is it still switching? What? Well, you see, I don't want to be spectating Bradley Nielsen. However much I do respect him, I want to be spectating this man over here, our championship leader. No, it really just doesn't want to spectate Eric. It is just in love with Bradley Nielsen Vestergaard. And you know what? That livery does look pretty good, so I don't blame him. No, Lachone up into P2 in his Mercedes, going very sideways. He is up into P2, and that is a pretty good lap time. Only 0.3 away from Thomas van der Stoes. Both in the same car, so it is a Mercedes 1-2 for now, with Ruslan Zaitsov up into P4 now, with Eric Giselle going up into P1. Sadly, we will not be able to spectate him for long, because it might just switch to Bradley Nielsen Vestergaard any moment. David Dvorak, he's down into P5. That was a very bad time to spectate Mr. Schnell. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. He did say I was pronouncing it wrong. If I knew how to pronounce it, I would be pronouncing it correctly. But he comes back out after his trip to the wall. And we'll see what he's able to do. Looks like the track now has... it is turned greasy, but it is now dry. And Eric is waiting it out in the pits for the conditions to get better. Who is improving? Is there anybody improving who's currently on a fast lap? No, I think everybody's on an out lap as far as I'm aware. A lot of people are just chilling in the pits, waiting this session out. Reese Valentine, yellow flag, and he is not going to be on the track for much longer. And let us just put out a nice little message. notifying everyone that we're live for round 2. Because we are. Is anybody improving? Yes, they are. Look at Thomas van der Stoes going more than 2 seconds quicker than his personal best as Vladimir Sukurov goes up into P2 with a 153.1. Unfortunately missing out on provisional pole by 5/10. But Thomas van der Stoes, he is going for that provisional pole position as the track is really started to ramp up. More people are improving. You can see he dropped down from 2nd place to 5th. But he is going to be going to provisional pole, and it's a 151.2 for the Mercedes man. As Enola Hogne, is he improving? If this lap is valid and it's not an out lap, then I'm pretty sure he is. Otherwise, he will be starting his next flying lap. And I think for this qualifying session, it really just matters. Very, very depends on, highly depends on when you come out to do your lap. Because if you come out last, then you'll probably have the best conditions out there. As Noel Hogne goes up into P1 at 150.5 for, again, the Mercedes man. And a lot of people are improving. Thomas van der Stoes is one of them. Samuel Jarre, or Hare. I think you pronounce this Hare. I'm not really sure. We'd need to ask him as well. And he goes up into P2 at 150.8 in the Ferrari. A really good lap time, that is. Only 3/10 off Noel Hogne, who currently is improving by 5/10. With more people coming across the line quite soon. Who's the next person to come across the line? I think it'll be Vladimir Sukhorov. Also in the Ferrari 296. And one of my personal favorites, and I use it all the time. He goes up into P4. As Thomas van der Stoes also going to be crossing the line quite soon. But before that, it will be Ivo van Kollenberg, who has improved by 2.5 seconds, and he goes up into provisional pole. Who's next to come across the line will be Michael de Groot. He is going from 7th up into P2. Thomas van der Stoes will be one of the next people, one of the next drivers to come across the line. He goes up into P1, but that's not to say he will stay in P1, as there is a hungry Frenchman in the Mercedes who is currently 1.1 seconds quicker, which would put him in the 149s as it currently stands. He goes through Curva Parabolica, and he is more than a second up on his time as it comes across the line. It's a 149.5, and he is pretty happy with that. But should he be happy with that, as Ivo van Kollenberg is more than a second up as well on his time. Thomas van der Stoes 6/10 up on his time, and Michael de Groot is closing that gap. He is 3/10 up on his time, and he's still got quite a way to go. So we'll see how much he can gain. Eric Giselle, he has come out of his pits. I still can't spectate him. I think when Bradley Nielsen Vestergaard comes out of the pits, we may be able to spectate Eric. But until then, Eric, I apologize. I'm not able to spectate you. Vladimir Sukhorov 2 seconds up on his time as he comes across the line from 8th. He goes up into P4. Ivo van Kollenberg, he was setting purple sectors in a lot of places as he comes across the line now. Only manages to go up into P2, but very close. Michael de Groot also goes up into the 149. So does David Dvorak. And Thomas van der Stoes, he will be going up into the 49.0. That is so close. There's Eric. We still can't spectate him, can we? Nope. Hello, Bradley Nielsen. Great to have you back. Vladimir Sukhorov and Alex Londar coming together at the second chicane. Not really sure what that's all about. As Eric Giselle, 47.2, 1.8 seconds quicker than anybody out there right now. And I have to point out, it is only a green track. So things can still get much, much faster. Is anybody else improving? Well, no, actually a lot of people are either invalidating their laps or just not improving. As Samil Dunn is improving though, he's going 6/10 up. Or he's gone 6/10 up on his time. As he's gonna come across the line now, and it's up into 8th place for him. It's a 1:49.9. David Dvorak 2/10 up, and he might have a little bit of slipstream from Michael de Groot up ahead. Or will he get in his way? He's not going to get in his way, but he is going to go off the track, and that possible slipstream is now all gone. Eric still improving, and we can't catch that on camera. Eric is just too quick for the naked eye. David Dvorak not improving on his time, unfortunately, and he has a very short amount of time to go until this qualifying session finishes. So he needs to get a move on if he wants to put in a proper lap time. Or a better lap time. I'm not saying that that's not a proper lap time at all. Can we watch Eric? No. Or can we? Because Eric is up on his time apparently, and I can't see how much. Nope, we can't. We won't see how much. Another person that is up on their time is Noël Rogne. Not as close to his Mercedes compatriots as I thought he would be. But he is 3/10 up, and ideally he needs about 5. So maybe it is all in the parabolica. He comes through the parabolica, and indeed he is 5/10 up on his time, so he might beat his driver, his similar driver, car driver, same make rival, well, we'll call it that. But unfortunately he doesn't. It's a 1:49.03. He is just 0.02 of a second, or 25,000 slower than Thomas van der Stroos, and he is going to be going for another lap time. While we've been talking, Ivo van Kollenberg puts himself up onto the front row with a 148.8. I don't think he'll be too unhappy with that. Vladimir Sukharov also 2/10 up on his time. Can he hold it through the Ascari chicane? Yes, he can, but I think he lost quite a bit of time there. Let's go on board with him, actually. Through Curva Parabolica, or Curva Alboreto, as some people like to call it. Shifting down to third gear, keeping it nice and tight, but trying to go on the throttle as soon as possible, using most of the runoff there. I think it definitely could have been a little bit cleaner, and it does look like he lost some time through there. But let's follow him on through the first corner. See whereabouts he is braking. At the 150 board, actually. Pretty brave. Down into first gear, snapping it to the left. And that is a pretty good setup for the first, for his last lap. As I think he crossed the line just in time. So he is going to get that one extra lap, and he is going to have to make it count. It's about 2/10 to the nearest driver of, is it Samil Dunn? Hello, hello, no, Lafrogne. Another person improving is Thomas van der Stroos, as he is trying his absolute best to get onto the front row, to get his Mercedes AMG up onto the front row alongside Eric Giselle, but it looks like he lost quite a lot of momentum coming through Ascari. And unless he picks it up through the Parabolica, I'm not sure he will have a chance in order to get onto the front row. 2/10 up. Ideally, he needs 3 to be secure, as he's going to come towards the line now. And what will it be? Will it be front row? Yes, it will. A 48.7 for the Mercedes driver. And that is well deserved. Vladimir Sukharov going to be the final person to come across the line. And it will be a 3/10 improvement as he comes across the line now. He will go on to the front, the 4th row of the grid. That is in 8th place. Yeah, not bad P4 indeed. Not bad P4. Would have expected a little bit more. No, I'm kidding. That is your grid for today. We will look at it in a little bit. Well, I was, yeah. You know, it's fine. You know, we all have bad days. But as a fellow iRacing driver, definitely had more in you there. Definitely had more in you. Confirm me lagging, please. If yes, do we have drop rounds? Should I retire because of Wi-Fi and take drop round? Yeah, there will be a drop round. So is it on your side that you're lagging? Because for me, you keep on teleporting back to the pits, and I can't even spectate you. But I'm not sure if. Wait, are you lagging? Is that what somebody was talking about? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, Eric. I think it really just depends on you, how you feel racing. If you are fine, because you know that most likely you're going to be at the front end, so you're not going to be fighting too many people unless you get caught up in a first lap incident. But if you're fine racing, then I think you might be okay. Okay, well then I think you should be okay. But there is a drop round, so if you do end up dropping out due to connection, you probably well this will not count. Forgot to change my tire pressure after the track became fully dry. Yeah. No, that's a very popular thing to do. Right. Let us go through the grid, or not through the grid really. We're going to be going on top of the grid, and we can see our starting line as, oh yeah, I forgot, I can't spectate him. Eric Giselle takes pole position, take my word for it. Alongside him is Thomas van der Stroos on the front row. Behind them is Ivo van Kollenberg and yet another Mercedes. Now there is two of them. No, Rogne starts on the second row of the grid, right behind his Mercedes compatriot. And fourth, David Dvorak starts in fifth, and Ruslan Zaitsev starts in sixth. Then comes Michael de Groot in seventh place, and Vladimir Sukharov in eighth. As Samil Dan debuting in this championship. Not the first time that he drives in this league, but the first time in this season. He starts in ninth. Schnellschnacker starts in 10th place. Again, I don't know how to say her name, but do correct me afterwards. Samuel Hare starts in 11th. Alongside him is Mirko Terezas. Then comes Reese Valentine, who only was able to set a lap time in the wet. Afterwards, he left and could not complete a lap time in the dry because he did not have enough time. Alongside him is Brady Nielsen Vestergaard, who did not set any lap times. Neither did Andrei Zazanov or Alex Londar, who will be starting at the back on the last row of the grid. It's randomly going up to 150 ping all the time, but exactly. Okay. P5 on season debut is freaking awesome. Indeed, David Dvorak. Indeed. And in the very beautiful... Oh, yellow... I'm pretty sure that's the Yellow Submarines eSports team. Yellow Submarine Squad, okay. I got that name just a little bit wrong, but close enough. It's a pretty banging livery, I have to say, and it also is a different car. It is an Audi, so we finally get to see a different manufacturer apart from McLarens and Ferraris. But let us go through the track while everybody gets ready for... Oh, self-made, nice. While everybody gets ready for the race. We are obviously racing at Autodromo Nazionale Monza, located in the north of Italy. And it's a little bit of a track walk here. It's a pretty simple one at that. We start on the front stretch, and we go down very quickly down into the first chicane, a tight chicane, a big hotspot for crashes in the first lap. Then through Curva Grande, a pretty fast right-hander through the second chicane, and through the two Lesmos onto the back stretch, which will lead up to Ascari, which is a corner that catches out a lot of people if they take it incorrectly. And then after Variante Ascari, we go down into Parabolica, the final corner where a lot of crashes happen on the final lap. And that is it for Monza. As I said, it is a very simple track walk there. Not much to remember. Just pedal to the metal and drive as fast as you can. What do you think about my livery? Well, I actually haven't really seen it. It's just dark. Let's have a look at it actually. I see. It is like the... I'm not gonna say which Mercedes because I'll just get it wrong. It looks like the Mercedes livery, because it is, with the Niki Lauda red star, obviously. Got the EQ performance. Oh, this looks like the... Gosh. No, it's not the Formula E livery. It is definitely one of the F1 liveries. Not sure. Anyway. There's some faces on the back. And French literature. I'm not even going to say it in case it's wrong. In case I say it wrong, or in case that is... Yeah, I'm not sure what that says. Here we've got... Oh look, that's Petro right there. Got his cat ears and everything. And Mumu Lustig. Petro Pitao. Yeah, it's a pretty good livery, to be fair. I have to say, and they got the Monza sponsorship, and on the top, again, something in French. And on the front, there's something in French. If you haven't guessed already, I can't speak French. The Blue Squad community, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good modification to the Mercedes livery. Question is, where is everybody else? And where's Eric? Oh, there's Eric. I think, no, Hogday did not do anything. I'm just spectating a different Mercedes. Right, through Ascari we go. At a very slow pace. It won't be slow for long. And, temperature is looking good. Track state is fast. In 30 minutes, we don't really see any rain. We'll see what happens in this race. Alright, double file. Oh yeah, no, Eric is lagging. I can already see. And I think somebody also did say in the chat that Eric is lagging. It might be a problem for Thomas van der Stroes. Yeah, I can't. You have to feel for Eric. You have to feel for van der Stroes, who's going to have to try and fight Eric into the first corner. Yeah, Eric is not connected, but we wait for the marshal with the green flag to wave it frantically as they're off. And they're off for the second round of this championship, and both Eric and Thomas van der Stroes getting an equally a similar start. They're actually going side by side into the first corner, and I think Thomas van der Stroes might itch ahead. I mean, that's an illegal overtake if I ever seen one. Something did happen behind, but not that much actually. Mirko Terezas did get shuffled to the back, but the rest is looking quite alright. Nolan Hogne up into P3. Ivo van Kollenberg, is he gonna like that? I don't think he will, as he's under attack from David Dvorak, who's gonna inch himself forward into P4. And oh my god, Eric Giselle, I don't even know. I might not be safe to drive. I didn't know the extent of the lag until I'm seeing it now. But Ivo van Kollenberg getting sent back down to 5th place from 3rd. It's a very unlucky start for him. But hopefully he is able to come back from it. And he's got a very hungry Ruslan Zaitsev behind him. And do we already have our first retiree? I think we do, and I think it's Izzat Samil Dan. Unfortunately, he is out of this race. enough about that. Somehow Eric has completed 2 laps on my screen. Thankfully, he didn't. But it might mean that I have to disconnect this thing. Nope, no, it still says that he completed 2 laps. Well, never mind what the graphic says. Because it's wrong. Nope, no, now it's right. Okay. Ivo van Kollenberg, he's going, oh, side by side and through Ruslan Zaitsev and trying to go around the outside through the second chicane. And, oh, definitely contact there, I think. And David Dvorak, he is sent down into 7th place, swarmed by the McLarens. As now he's down into 7th place, and that's big contact there between him and Schnellschnacker, and he is sent into the wall. And we can have a look at what happened in the chase camera. David Dvorak, a little bit wide through there, compromising his leg there. Oh, just the tiniest of touches from Ivo van Kollenberg sent him into the gravel trap. And Schnellschnacker, just able to get ahead. And, oh, contact on exit. Schnellschnacker just going a bit too slow for David Dvorak's liking. And unfortunately, turning around, Schnell is now down into last place, and he is, well, he's got a very damaged car, and I don't think he likes it. Samuel Hare in the slipstream of another fellow Ferrari 296 of Michael de Groot. He is making his way up into 8th place. It's on the inside into the first corner he goes. Can he make the overtake? Both of them are braking at roughly the same spot, but he is able to get ahead. As what's going on here, we've got Vladimir Sukhurov going very slow. David Dvorak not mixed in the middle of it. It's actually Ruslan Zaitsev who caused that collision, apparently. As David Dvorak is on the inside, and he is absolutely sent it, but what is that? I mean, I wouldn't even count that as a switchback. It's just a back. I don't know what to say about that. That was not a great move by Ruslan Zaitsev at all. As David Dvorak goes up into 8th place with Vladimir Sukhurov, letting a lot of people by, and my graphic is going mental with Eric going up and down, up and down, up and down. My graphic seems to think that he's disconnecting and connecting, disconnecting and connecting. Which technically he is, due to his ping. There he goes. There's Mirko Tenežas on the inside of Ruslan Zaitsev, as Ruslan Zaitsev having a hugely damaged front end. He is not coming into the pits, surprisingly. Even though I thought that he would. Michael de Groot trying to come back at Samuel Hare around the outside of the first corner. Reese Valentine is going to have a shot at that. I don't think anything's going to come of it, though. He's going to have to settle for 6th place. David Dvorak in the background trying to make back the positions that he lost after the countless battles that he's had in the last 22 minutes, really? Oh. It's a 45-minute race. Come on, I need to remember that. In the last 7 minutes. David Dvorak going round the outside of Andrei Sazanov. And up into 8th place. Good on him. As in front, we've got Reese Valentine now hunting the back of Michael de Groot. As Michael de Groot not able to make an impression on Samuel Hare. And Samuel Hera absolutely steaming up ahead. And Reese Valentine. Oh, did I speak too soon? Who's going slow? Okay, nobody's going slow. That's good. Reese Valentine now 4/10 away. Michael de Groot. It does look like Samuel Hare made a big mistake as Michael de Groot now on the inside into Parabolica. I said that a lot of collisions are made here. Not this time for now as Samuel Hare close to catching the back of him, but not this time as Reese Valentine said he was going to come into the pits. He did not. There's Samuel Hare now on the inside into the first corner. Michael de Groot letting it happen because he knows that Samuel Hare went completely wide and gaining an advantage there seemingly. I think he will have to let Michael de Groot through. He does, but he has to make sure that he doesn't let Reese Valentine through as well, as I think he will. On the inside, following Michael de Groot, goes Reese Valentine, and that is position sealed. As Samuel Hare now sending it on the inside. He might hit him. Oh my god. What a move. I think he might have scared Reese Valentine there a little bit. Definitely Michael de Groot got scared as he saw that flying on the inside. But all of them able to make it out alive. And we'll see how long this is going to be able to go on for. Because that was an amazing overtake. Now let's go back to this battle as they're now heading through Parabolica. Reese Valentine really hoping that these guys make a mistake or two, collide with each other, definitely not make a mistake himself as he goes off at the exit of Ascari. And Reese Valentine looking to the inside, nothing of it though, not thinking much of it. As yet again he's going to have a look to possibly go for the overtake, as both of them will have the slipstream. Reese Valentine will have double slipstream into the first corner. Schnellschnacker now coming out of the pits after his unfortunate coming together with David Dvorak. As Schnellschnacker comes right in front of David Dvorak, and I hope there isn't going to be any bad blood between them, as Andrei Sazanov now ahead of Vladimir Sukharov. No, he isn't. Now, Samuel Hare on the inside on Michael de Groot. Is he going to do the same move that he did on Reese Valentine last time out? Yes, he does. And that is another position gained. What a move. What is Schnellschnacker doing? Why is he cutting the course like that? I just really hope there isn't going to be any silly games between these two, because sure, David Dvorak might have made a mistake and pitted Schnell into the wall, but I don't think that really allows... Oh, what's happened to Eric? He's down into 4th place now. Can we have a look at what happened? Is it? Oh, is it not? Oh, it is. That is just unfortunate. Holy moly. Just barely missing. Thomas van der Stroos there. Is he back up into 1st place? How did he manage to do that? He's definitely not up in 1st place. Holy moly. Yeah, Eric is down in 4th, by the way, everybody. Do not believe what the media tells you. Reese Valentine behind Michael de Groot. He's definitely closer than 8/10 behind him. But I can't comment on the validity of this whole entire timetable, as it looks to be bugging every now and then. As we can see, Ivo van Kollenberg, he's going to have a terrible time. He's going to have a terrible time. Because let's go on the rear wing. And this is what he's going to see. I think this is the last thing you want to see. Oh, there he goes. On the inside of Parabolica. Let's have a look at how this overtake will go. But he just teleported in front of him. That's just cheating. Eric Giselle up into 3rd place. Let's go back to the battle for 5th place, as Rhys Valentine has caught up massively to the back of Michael de Groot. What's happened here? No yellow flag. Rhys Valentine now has a proper chance to go on the inside of Michael de Groot into the first corner. It's going to be close, but not close enough, as he is ahead and well clear of Michael de Groot before they even go through Curva Grande. Go Lachrona, exactly. Cheering on for the two Mercedes. The two Mercedes men up in front. One of them for... I know that the iRacing team is called Garage 56. But this one's called something different. Let's just have a look on the car. The Blue Squad Community. Blue Squad Community times Petro. That's the team name. In case anybody was wondering. Oh no, what's happened to Rhys Valentine? Did he have the classic Ascari moment? Oh no, he's facing the wrong way. I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to have to see what has happened. Goes through Ascari. Nicely through there. Oh, catching the bad end of the stick. And not able to keep it facing the same way, and he is stranded. Yeah. Able to just about get it going as he's into the pits. And pit window is open, and it's going to be raining in 30 minutes. So at the end of the Grand Prix. How is this going to... how is this going to affect the economy? I'm pretty sure Bradley Nielsen Vestergaard, by the way, is driving the old Porsche. Yes, he is. That is why he got minus 40, and that's why he's going off the track. Just doing a Sebastian Vettel. Yeah, he's got minus 40 kilos in that car. And for a good reason. That Porsche is not as good as it used to be. And that's what's happened to Michael de Groot. Why does he have a collision? And who is it with? Oh, he's off the track. And that is a free position. Oh no. To Schnellschnacker, who is right behind David Dvorak. I don't think he had good intentions. So David Dvorak kindly letting him through. As David Dvorak has about 6.5 seconds to go to Sammy O'Hare, and I think he might be coming into the pits. Yes, he does. Into the pits goes David Dvorak. Is anybody going to follow him in there? No, they won't. David Dvorak is the lone No, he's not. There is Mercaterazas. He's keeping him company in this pit lane. As he continues to say that Eric has passed Nola Hrogna. He did. I did not catch that moment, but Nola Hrogna is down into 3rd place now. Unfortunately for all the Blue Squad community. Blue Squad community enjoyers and supporters. Your man is down in 3rd. But the rain coming in 30 minutes. The question is, when will it change to 10 minutes? Because if it changes to 10 minutes and there's 15 minutes to go, oh boy, that's going to be a horrible way to end this race session. Oh no, what's happened? Do not tell me that the whole server is just going haywire. Okay. I for a second thought that internet went dead. Or that the server went dead. Nothing went dead. Everything's great. Nola Hrogna is down into 4th place. Ivo van Kollenberg is up into 1st. Huh? How did he gain a lap? Thing is, he didn't. He's down in 7th. My app is just freaking out over the fact that Eric is continuously going up and down, up and down, up and down. And now we've got a faulty graphic. Anyway, imagine that he's in 7th. There he goes. Thomas van der Stroes still up in 1st. Still fighting on nicely. Even though it says that Eric is in 1st, he's not. Most people already now completing their pit stops, and the track is now optimum. And as you can see, in 30 minutes now going to be a lower amount of rain, so we might not even get rain by the end of this race, or in this race. Mercaterazas though getting a stop go 30, and that's not a great thing for him, as now he's down into 14th place. And Thomas van der Stroes is going to be freaking out, I think, as he's got a blinking Eric Giselle behind him. One that is phasing through the ground and might phase through you. Question is, when or will he overtake him by the end of this lap? And I mean, what was that? Guys, do I really need to say much more? Let's just have a quick look into Ascari for the lead of the race. I mean, for the lead of the race. And that's the way it gets taken. Look, I try my best to not be a biased or emotional commentator, because that's not what a commentator's job is. But that was not a great overtake. That was quite the opposite, in fact. That was a terrible overtake. That wasn't an overtake, that was a takeout. So Eric will most likely get a very hard word with him from the stewarding team. And to be fair, I would not be surprised if he even is in this race result. But for all the Nola fans, he's up into he's up into second place. How about that? Very good work by him as Thomas van der Stroos comes out of the pits. Hopefully he has patched up all of the damages that were done to his car. I don't think he did, actually. That was a pretty short pit stop by him. It's the minimum time. It's the 30-second pit stop. And well, now he's just gonna have to hope that something terrible happens to the people in front of him, so he can make up those positions. Because currently 7 seconds behind Ivo van Collenberg, the person that was relatively close to him before they went into the pits. So he could still have a chance at a podium. We'll have to wait and see. Samuel Hare into the pit, so is Andrei Sazanov. And Ivo van Collenberg just on the back stretch. Let's see where Thomas van der Stroos is. Samuel Hare doesn't seem to be moving. He did turn on his car now. Ivo van Collenberg will be crossing the line any second now. He does promote himself up into third place. Thomas van der Stroos will be going up into fourth. So there is still a race to be had for third place if everything's alright with Thomas van der Stroos' car. If not, well, he might just have to call it a day in fourth place. Or it might be third, actually, after Eric's penalties. I'm not sure. It's the new fastest lap for Eric. It's a 47.4. And it is going to be raining in 10 minutes. It is official. But it's going to dry up in 30. So it might just rain for about 5 minutes and be completely dry for the rest of the race. So about the 9 or the 10 minute mark, we will have our first bit of rain in the Italian mountains. As there Hogne into the pits. Ivo van Collenberg going off the track, helping Thomas van der Stroos. But not greatly, as it looks like his car is pretty beat. Especially the rear diffuser. Yeah, that is a lot of damage on the rear of that car. And may I also add, Thomas van der Stroos having a Toyota Gazoo Racing and a Porsche Motorsport sticker on the top. This is obviously the Akrapos racing team. Yeah, very conflicting livery. Porsche, Toyota, Mercedes. Wouldn't be surprised if it says Red Bull somewhere. Where does it say it? Anyway, he is 6 seconds behind Ivo van Kollenberg. Samuel Hare getting in a hairy situation. He's in 5th place. Look at what's happening here. Reese Valentine and Vladimir Sukhudov fighting for 7th place. Reese Valentine on the inside. And is he going to be able to make that move? Yes, he does. Just about in front of him. And he's up into 7th place. Now Andrei Suzanov is going to benefit from this, as Vladimir Sukhudov will have a very bad, very bad exit out of that corner. And he will try his best to go for an overtake already. What is that? Oh, okay, thankfully he's not going for an overtake. That would have been suicide and murder at the same time. David Dvorak, yellow flag, and he's found himself in the gravel trap by the second chicane. And oh, I didn't even click on Eric. Oh, okay, that's just me now. I can't spectate some people. Samuel Hare is up into P1 for me. Oh no, this is... Yeah, this is just me apparently. Oh yeah, no, it is me. I like had a stutter. Just randomly. And there's Eric in the pits. ACCTV is not gonna let me do the thing. Pit window is closed. And we can get back our beautiful ACCTV. And we are back underway, spectating this race. Hopefully until the end. Hopefully without any other intermissions. As everybody's going to get their lap times registered one by one. Hodney up into P2. Well, he was in P2. Eric out of the pits now. I can't spectate him, remember, because he's got issues on his side. You know, it started streaming again. It like restreamed itself on Twitch as well. Interesting. Andrei Suzanov still fighting with Vladimir Zukharov. Yes, Zukharov. Oh wait, no, Zukharakov. Oh my god, I completely missed the last letters of the name. Vladimir Zukharakov for 8th place. Only 1 second away. Go on the front splitter of the McLaren man. You know what? The gap doesn't look too small. You can still fit, I think, a couple cars in there. You still have to keep digging to be able to get the position, if he wants the position, obviously. And Andrei Sazanov, we're starting to fall back a little bit. And is it starting to rain? No, it's not raining. It's going to rain harder, though. It is going to rain harder in the next 10 minutes. Or what would be the next 2 minutes, really. We're going to see it any second now. And actually, we can go on board with Nola Hogne. Yeah, you know what? He needs some time as well. And we can see when it starts to rain. It might rain in the next second or two. It might rain in the next minute or two. We really are just about to find out. The beautiful... Oh, Mercedes interior. I'm kind of surprised it still has the indicator stick, just like you would find on a regular car. For, well, indicating, and I think that might also be for, yeah, for windscreen wipers. And also for turning on the lights. Whereas on a car like the Mercedes, it's all buttons. Oh, there is the rain. Oh, I wanted to see it with Nola Hogne, because look at those double windscreen wipers. Look at those double wipers. Anyway, the rain has commenced, and it is going to be raining hard. And is it going to be worth the gamble to go on to the wets? Or are people going to try and thug it out? You know, struggle on the dries, but possibly make up a lot of time by not having to pit. The pits here are not too long, so still might be able to make it back up, but with only 10 minutes to go in this race, we will have to see how things progress. I know in iRacing for a fact, though, in 2 laps you have to come into the pits if it's even raining this much. But I haven't played ACC too much recently, so I don't know if things have changed or if you can also still just hang it out until your tires get cold. Because I'm pretty sure that's the main limiting factor. Tires being cold means bad, which I guess makes sense. But braking is going to get a lot more difficult for the drivers. You're going to have to brake earlier or face the consequences of the sausage curves. I think Nola Hogne has actually gained massively on Eric that last lap. He gained 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds on Eric. So, will Nola Hogne be in it to win it in the next 8 minutes? We shall find out. We shall find out. It's been a while since we've seen Nola Hogne at the top of the step in this league. Last time I think it was in the AM split as he goes very sideways there. And flashing Alex Landar, telling him to move out the way. Which is what he does. Eric, is he coming into the pits? Holy moly, he is doing sideways. He's doing more sideways. And I think he is coming not into the pits. Neither is Nola Hogne, so I think I'm correct in the sense that it's not when it's too wet, it's when the tires are going to get too cold, and that's going to take quite a bit of time. Vladimir Sukurikov. Oh, rejoining the track. Oh my god, okay. He cannot keep the car under control in the rain, unfortunately. And nearly a very scary moment for David Dvorak there. But all things are good. Vladimir Sukurikov back on the track, and back on the track safely is the main thing. And Noel Hogne, unfortunately, losing only 6/10 to Eric that last lap. Oh, Eric clearly cutting the chicane there, so he is going to get a warning. And does anybody get a DT? No, not yet. Reese Valentine needs to come into the pits. Because I don't think he... Oh no, he can't come into the pits. He's going to have to face the 120-second penalty, I think that's what it is. As Vladimir Sukurikov back in the wall, unfortunately. And, oh no, that was all on his way to the pits as well, so... He was doing the right thing, but... Yeah, no, not able to keep it under control, and unfortunately, that's going to be a lot of damage for him. As look at Ivo van Kollenberg, he is going sideways, and as his car says, very much oops, as Thomas van der Stroos is going to happily take that third place back. And Samuel Hare is going to have to come across the stranded Ivo van Kollenberg, and he has teleported back to the pits. Samuel Hare inherits 4th place from Ivo van Kollenberg. But thankfully for Ivo van Kollenberg, his teammate is still up there in 5th place. And the best thing for them is that Thomas van der Stroos, who's also on their team, is currently in 3rd place on the podium. And what more could they ask for? Probably a win. Samuel Hare is going slow, so is Nola Hogne. Thankfully, it is not too bad. Nothing going on there. 4 minutes to go. 4.5 minutes to go. Is it wet now? It is fully wet. But are any of them big brain, and did they just switch to wets instantly? No. No, okay. I don't think anybody did. I was more thinking, oh, yeah, it was too far away. I think their tires would have blown up by the time that the rain would have came. Oh, Eric, that's a big shunt. That's a huge shunt. That is yet again a Scary chicane nearly claiming Eric's race fully. Samuel Hare. Yellows. Oh. Oh, that's not where he wants to be. Definitely not on the side of the track. As Michael de Groot is going to go around the outside. And you have to keep in mind, all of these drivers are on the dries in the wet. And Samuel Hare is now behind Michael de Groot. But is he going to try and come back at him? No, he won't. And these guys have been going at it for the whole race nearly. And look who's joined the party. It's Reese Valentine. He's in there as well, and he is going to be fighting the hardest. As they were fighting for 7th place earlier on in this race. And now they're fighting for 4th. As Samuel Hare, yellow. Holy moly, what was that? That was a terrifying moment for Reese Valentine. I have to speak for him there. You can have a look what happened going into the Parabolica. Reese Valentine. Holy moly. Okay, nothing actually. Okay, it wasn't terrifying. Just Samuel Hare catching a lot of grass and a lot of wall. And he's now behind Reece Valentine and Michael de Groot. Nola Hogne not gaining as much time as I think he would. As I thought he would. But remember, Reece Valentine did not complete his mandatory pit stop. So he might not, he will not finish in this position. And I think he might not even finish in the top 10. Which is going to be a very, very bad day for him. My app really not understanding that of course people are going to be going slow in the wets, as one more lap has been started by Eric, and Nola Hogne is going to be following the same structure. He unfortunately I think is out of contentions for the win, but on debut starting 4th, currently running in 2nd and might finish in 2nd. Not going to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, that would be terrible. Yes. He is taking it nice and slowly, and that is the correct way to do it as Alex Londar, around he goes. And that is not the ideal line through the first corner. And he's down into 11th place now. But you also have to remember, there is a possibility for penalties. So, as Eric Giselle crosses the line in 1st place, he will become the winner of the 2nd race of Season 12 on track. But we will see what that will be in the results. Eric Giselle extending his championship lead. But will it be a win at the end? We will just have to see how the stewards will react to that. As Nola Hogne coming across the line now, he will finish in 2nd place. 23 seconds behind Eric. We'll see if he is promoted up into P1. There's a very good race from him. Thomas van der Stroos having a win taken away from him, or having even a possible P2 taken away from him. In Ascari, a very horrible way to finish the race, but still on the podium, so a good job to the Crepos driver. As Michael de Groot fighting his hardest with Reece Valentine into to the line, as Reece Valentine having to settle for 5th place, as Michael de Groot finishes in 4th. Samuel Hare will finish in 6th place. As he comes across the line in just a little while. And so he does. But Andrei Sazanov will finish in 7th place. David Vorak will finish in 8th. And Ruslan Zaitsev will finish in 9th. And that is going to be the end of the Grand Prix. It's actually, you know what? We can go on board with Ruslan Zaitsev, because he's going to cross the line. He's going to be the final person to cross the line in this race. We can just see how terrible the conditions are out there on the dries. But he comes across the line, it'll be the end of the Monza Grand Prix, and as always, chaotic as it could get. But that is it. So we'll leave you with the race winner. There he is. We'll leave you with the race winner. But until next time, we will be live on Sunday for the Nordschleife Endurance Championships. So catch us here or on Twitch. We'll be driving the Ferrari 296 with Hunar around the very long and very harsh terrains of the German Nordschleife. But until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all on Sunday.